Well, good morning. It's half past early on Tuesday morning. So I think 5:30.
Morning, gypsy chicks.
So I just fed the layer hens. Well, actually, the layer chicks are the only ones that want to come out early in the morning. But you can see, just fed them up against the fence line here between the first row of trees. That's getting these chickens to work, getting them to manage all this grass. It's just less stuff to mow, less stuff to manage for us to do. Okay, so yesterday I talked about the potential of doing a garden tour this evening. Unfortunately, that's not going to work out just because we've had rain on and off throughout the day. I mean, I could show you the weeds if you really want to go over there, but nothing much to see there that we're ready to show off. But I will take you over to the chicken house so you can check out the chicks. I'm just I'm going to find some tall grass over here, harvest some greens, and then and get those chicks and the chickens on some grass. There's also a divider in the chicken house where we had like alternate brooders set up. So I'm going to take that apart so that both chicken mamas can work on co-parenting all the chicks. Have one big happy chicken family in there, because one's got 4 chicks, the other one's got 8. So the workload's not exactly fairly balanced, but I can see over here by the power pole I got some pretty good greens. Some of the taller dandelions here, still a little bit softer to eat. I don't want to make them eat all that, woody, stringy, tough, super mature grass. We talked about that the other day too, about pasture rotation. Well, we don't have anybody grazing by the power poles, so it does get a little bit carried away. We're just gonna whip or snip it or mow it, but in this case I can pluck some real quick and give it off to the chicks for a little snack. So I'm actually getting a late start to chores here this evening, just because Charlotte didn't want to go to bed very well. But Carmen's home from work now. I'm gonna get everybody fed. Just gonna get some coveralls on. The mosquitoes are just like, I don't know, they're ridiculously hungry right now. So coveralls won't stop them, but at least they'll make them work for it, right? Anyways, couple big projects I want to get done tonight. They're not really big projects, but they're just like little things that we can do to make our life a whole lot easier. So we are planning on going away in a couple weeks, just for a few days. We're going to have some folks come in and watch the farm for us. And I've got this whole process with feeding chickens where I ferment the feed, and then there's soaking feed for the pigs. And then there's feed for, different feed for the gypsy chicks all together. 3 different types of feed we're feeding right now. So that can be a little bit daunting for somebody to come in and like, oh yeah, how am I supposed to manage this, right? So we've got, I got a wheelie bin over here. I got another wheelie bin in the other chicken house. So I can bring those in the shop here and put like 2 weeks worth of rations inside the bin. We're just gonna dry feed for those few days while we're away. There might be a little bit of feed gets wasted. It won't be, as efficient as we are, on a regular basis. But again, for somebody new coming into the farm and not, being oriented with how we manage all the feeding and just the extra time that has to get taken to manage all that, it can be a little bit scary. So we'll just make it as simple as possible. Grab your bucket, scoop, dump it out for them to eat. And away you go, on to the next critter, and away we go. And chores can be done in like half an hour instead of 2 hours. Got him some chick starter here and some salad greens. We got water. I think we're set, happy for the night.
Well, anyways, I'm gonna leave those chicks alone for now. Come back, check them in the morning. I think they're happy enough. I just got to check on the sheep in behind the shop here, feed the pigs, feed the gypsy chicks. Oh man, there's still plenty of work to do here tonight. There's times when it's kind of funny, like, you know, you come home and you're like, oh, I'm so tired, but you get to come out, spend time with the animals. It is a little bit therapeutic, and even though it's work, it can feel kind of restful. And then there's other days when you come home and you're just like, oh, I just want to binge watch Netflix or whatever. But when you think about it, like quality of life, if I were to sit down and just watch Netflix for 7 hours, or maybe do something around here for 7 hours, what's going to add more value to my life? Well, we went to Costco the other day, walked out with one shopping cart. It was $479. $479 in one shopping cart at Costco. Unbelievable. So, I mean, if there was ever inspiration enough to get out in the garden or out in the fields, work with your animals, work with your vegetables, start growing your own food, that's it right there. 479 reasons to grow your own food. Well, anyways, I think it's time to call it for tonight. I've still got a little bit of prep work to do for morning chores, but what is it now? 10? Yeah, it's 10:30. So all our evening chores are done, and it's got about 15 minutes left, and then I'm gonna head in, have a cup of tea, shower, and go to bed, and start all over again tomorrow. So with that said, I hope you have a fantastic evening. We'll see you tomorrow.